glad all over. Yes, I'm glad all over. Hey, if you got that reference, put it in the comments. Hey, folks, come on in.
We have a soap today from 11 Shaving. Give me 5.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. It's great to see you. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack. A cool group of friends from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we have been showing you some of the razors we have in our den. And today's razor is...
This is the Apex Stainless Steel from Ellsworth Razors. This was my Christmas wish last year, and I adore it. But here's what this taught me. If you have an aluminum razor, like I do with my Apex, and you adore it, it's your favorite, and you want to get a stainless steel version because it's just an automatic upgrade, it's different. And that's the thing. It's different. It's not the same kind of tool. The weight's not in the same place. You ever try writing with a really light pencil and then a really heavy pen? This is more about giving you the weight you need to bring the razor down your face without you having to do it. The aluminum is more about giving you a weightless control of a pen so that you can get under the hairs you want to get to. Now, I don't exactly understand the benefits of stainless steel yet because I am still a newbie and still exploring my aluminums, but I can tell that there are mysteries and wonders for me to explore with this tool. I think, too, it might even hold the blade a little harder, a little faster.
That might be it, because I think the blade feel feels a little bit more on this one. So I wonder if that's kind of where that's coming from.
Ooh, so I am just loving exploring the vast differences between those two razors. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is one number, 5.
Well, that is not the loneliest number. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, there is no sales copy on the sales page at 11shaving.com, but there is a list of scent notes. So we're going to let those out of the box a little early, starting with
jasmine, rosemary, bergamot, neroli, sea notes, then it goes a little aquatic, cedar, patchouli, white musk. Make this very refreshing and clean.
Are there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
I know, I thought
there
there
are
was
9 scent notes. I wonder if 5 is alluding to a mystery
I'm
about
intrigued.
where this might be coming from. Who knows? But let's see what happens when we open the box.
All right, your hands are clearly busy. I'll do the unboxing.
Yeah, I can only play these 4 notes. I hope you want to hear the Woody Woodpecker theme song. This is the box we got mid-century modern in, and this is the new one, single digits.
Number 5. And there's even new branding here, and there's side label going on.
They wrote it out like on a check. That's cool.
Yeah.
There are 5 Incredibles, but they don't have Jack Jack and the Infinity figures, so this has got to stand in. All right, y'all, let's have a first impression. I don't think I can go first. My hand is still grounded. All right, you take it in. Let me know what you get.
It almost seemed like it might be alluding to like a barbershop / aquatic from those scent notes.
Right,
but
right.
Who knows?
See what you find.
Okay, our second from Malone here. Okay, it is clean and refreshing. Those words are valid that they put on there.
Nice.
I actually have more of like a green note than I was expecting.
Interesting.
I don't know if it was an herb, I can't remember what I read, or a woodsy kind of thing. It has a little more of a masculine hit than I was expecting, because the first 3 scent notes were florals.
Right.
So I thought it was kind of going to be a little more brighter, sweeter, but no, it's really clean and refreshing with a little bit of a green hint. I'm not sure if that's a wood and herb. And then a little aquatic at the end, but not quite. Just enough to clean and brighten it up.
Right. Whoa. Now, we loved mid-century modern, a little bit of an Aqua di Gio, Aqua di Parma kind of thing going on in there. Might this be a little bit of an homage to something you know?
Maybe. There's parts that are familiar, but I think if anything, it could be hinting at more of a cologne homage idea. Like there's something that's masculine, and it does feel like it's got more of that perfumer's grade with the amount of scent notes that were listed.
Right.
I don't know what number 5 is, but it could be it hinting something that we don't know.
Well, there is Coco Chanel number 5. Does this strike you as maybe having a giant feminine component to it?
No, it goes too masculine, but I'm intrigued. I'm trying to figure out the number 5 here. I think if someone was new to wet shaving, this would be a great scent to put in front of their nose.
Right.
It doesn't have too much that's like a throwback scent. To me, it's more current. Yeah. Like, I do feel like it's something that someone would enjoy. Jumping into knowing the differences from like a different kind of shaving can thing to shaving. Oh, this is what shaving soaps can be. Like, the quality of the scent notes that are used are great. They're interacting together wonderfully.
Right.
It does have just a start your fresh day, almost spring to summer vibe coming through. There's less of the darker notes. So I think that's kind of nice that we're opening it oddly in spring. It fits well. I'm getting more of the hint at the aquatic now than I was at the beginning, but it's still, to me, just the exit at the end of the whiff.
Gotcha. So you maybe wouldn't classify this as an aquatic.
I don't think so. I think there's just something that's kind of got that clean, refreshing, masculine hit, and then at the end, on the way out the door, you're like, oh, is that a little fresh sea out there? I don't know.
Now, I keep mid-century modern on me at all times in case of emergencies. How do you get this as different from 5?
Okay, so to me, mid-century has a mid-note that's much sweeter. There's something going on that's a little more of that light melony kind of greenish kind of thing coming. So this oddly has a little more of a sweeter side to the aquatic. This to me does go more of the blue color in my mind.
Interesting. Are they both aquatic?
They're hovering the line. This goes to the sweet daytime aquatic, maybe.
Right.
This goes a little bit more like it could be cooler outside. Like there may be seaside nearby, but I wouldn't necessarily immediately say aquatic.
Right. Now, this one has a green note in the middle that, for me, borders on squinchy, but I know how and why they're using it. What's the spine of 5?
It's funny. It's a different herb. So it's a drier, greener kind of a thing that's in the middle. Then at the beginning, it's funny. My brain doesn't perceive them as florals, but it gets clean. So I know on that list, there was 3 florals or something at the beginning.
Right.
So I get that color of like something white and bright. And then at the end, it goes to that refreshing hit of a little salty, sea-notey, aquatic-y out the door.
All right, well, give me 5. Now I need to experience this. All right, you ready? Here we go. Shake and clap. Oh!
Different.
This is nice. My nose dove in. It does start with a sense of an aquatic, but for me, it's more of a big old luxury swimming pool than it is the ocean, if that makes sense. Well, I'm a California kid. Whoa. And I'm trying to identify what that spice, what that herb is in the middle. Because when you first take it in, your nose goes, oh, I know that. I know what that is. And then as it starts climbing it, it goes, wait a minute. I don't think I do. Wait a minute. I think this is the combination of 2 or 3 things. And by the time you get to the top and it starts to go a little sweet, you're like, I thought I knew where I was going. I don't. This is different. Whoa. And you're right. Only maybe a third as sweet as mid-century modern, but it's being done with charm here in the middle. And it just offers this delightful sense of clay on your way in. It's very subtle, but it's kind of the doorman.
And then after that, like it does go from clay, and then I get the green kind of thing that kicks in.
Okay, hold on. Oh, but it's more minty.
Okay, maybe that.
And it is like rose stem.
Right,
Does that make sense? Like a spearmint, like a very wintergreen, like a very green kind of mint in the middle.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking, more of like a sage or basil. You know, like sometimes that's in a barbershop, like some kind of herb in the middle. So the mint makes sense.
Well, and minty sage actually describes this even better.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, hold on. And y'all, there's a new classification I brought up in the last couple of episodes that this actually has too. The charm of your best friend's house growing up. I don't know how to better describe that, but would you think maybe this is kind of that little home away from home a few doors down, or if you need to escape the confines of your sister's Nintendo habits?
You know what it is? I think when you shower at somebody else's house and you use the stuff that's in there, like you still smell clean, but there's something about like someone's different scented shampoos or whatever.
I've ever showered at my best friend's house. And it's not really woody. It's not really spicy.
No.
It's more of like a soapiness. It's almost like if I had to build a masculine sort of bubble bath, this is kind of where I would go.
I mean, it is. It's refreshing and clean, like what it was saying, but I'm trying to get better words to explain that.
Well, and I love that there's not like a prominent, bossy spine in the middle of this, like one note that's going to jump out and define this blend, because then it wouldn't be my best friend's house anymore. It'd be a specific cedar soap. It'd be something like that.
Right.
No, this is beautiful in its balance and the charm it's creating. It's lovely when you can't tell what any of the scent notes are, because the personality it's built is so new and homey.
Well, and it's interesting because without a write-up, we're kind of left to our own to figure out the story or where the scent's taking us. Like, there really isn't many clues, which is kind of different.
You know what? If you could almost take the sweetness out of a cola note, do you almost find like a dry, herby Coca-Cola idea in the middle of that?
Yes, but add a little masculine hit at the end. Like I'm headed to Guy's Place maybe or something.
Well, maybe. These are our bougie sticks from Amazon.com so we don't get germies into soap. And let's see how soft. Oh, there's some bite back to this.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to fit nicely into some ridges here in a second in our bowl.
Carve it on out.
That's about as much as I'm going to use, which is probably even a little more than you need. This is my Tiki Brady Bunch inspired brush from Craig. Y'all, that was CNC machined. Look at this. It is one of my favorite brushes. And with the Manchurian knot, this is not gel tipped. This is soft. And this is my Captain's Choice Aquamarine Lather Bowl. I'm going to push the soap into the ridges of this bowl. And here's the thing. I don't want chunks that the bristles can grab onto. So I'm going to kind of smooth this out with my finger until it's like a plane, until it's a smooth surface. Little heat, little friction helps with that. So it looks like that on the bottom of the bowl. That way the brush is pulling up layers, not chunks. It's funny what water does to aquatics. Oh, this goes less aquatic with water, which means its heart is not aquatic. I think mid-century modern it is, but I think the heart of this isn't. But you didn't soak your brush, Marcus. I know. Craig said not to. You can address your comments and complaints to Craig@opusbrush.com. And we're going to go one way. We're going to go the other way. We're going to turn the brush to give those bristles a new orientation, give some of those bristles that were on the sides a chance to get at that soap. Forwards, backwards, backbone, then do it again. Kind of making a little bit of a paste here at the top of the bowl, and that water is beckoning to me from the bottom of the bowl. And now here we go. I'm going to go down and grab the water. The bristles are going to sop it up like a sponge. And then physics takes over, right?
A few moments later.
Wow, look how fast those giant bubbles turned tiny.
It's a happy lather already.
Oh, and now put on a favorite song, because you got 3 minutes of aromatherapy ahead of you. And about every 45 seconds, this lather is going to change consistency and character. And the reason some of the guys on the shave boards talk about making yogurt in the bowl is because if you get it to the consistency where it should be, it is literally like stirring yogurt. You feel a little bit of pushback to your brush. Hey, I think I finally got it right on the water. I don't have to add any. Oh.
Yeah?
The subtlety is lovely on this. Every once in a while, we get a request for a mellow soap, a mild soap, a best friend soap to sit on your shoulder who doesn't have to be a loud singer.
Yep.
What a lovely choice this would be.
Oh.
I know we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but y'all, this is a tiki at the North Pole. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the prime number width. On 3, 1, 2. Oh,
it's spread out a little bit more here.
It's even nice how the copper of the bowl is combining with these scent notes. Like you said earlier, this is a lovely masculine scent, but I'm not entirely sure how.
Right. There's just something kind of hinting at that. Like I feel like you could be more dressed up in your outfit. It could be an everyday kind of scent. Like it's got a really versatile kind of vibe going on.
But this is a friendly guide. There are certainly colder scents. There are scents that speak more to a business executive. This is more an adventurer or something.
Yeah, there's something fun in the middle of this. I'm not sure what... I like the simplicity of it, but that's in a good way, like in a genius way on how they connect.
Yeah, and speaking of connecting, let's take a look at these scent notes. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at levinshaving.com.
We have jasmine.
Love it.
And then here, the rosemary. That was the green I was getting.
Those are coming together here for me. A beautiful bracing herb, the rosemary cold, mixing with a little bit of a sweet white floral in that jasmine. I wonder if these are going to come in pairs, because look at the next one.
Okay, yeah, I do think the bergamot and the neroli are together. They're subtly sweet. They're just 100%. Enough to keep that like morning kind of sunshine vibe.
Right, and it's kind of like a lime orange, except the orange is a bit of a floral. Ooh, and I wonder if you can sense where the neroli and the jasmine are coming together. But
I almost think that goes into this next one.
Right.
If you add the C notes with those other two, I think that's where my nose is like, is this an aquatic? I can't tell. It's pretty, but I don't know. But I keep coming back for it.
And you know, I have seen C notes listed before as botanicals. And that's kind of how I'm getting this. That lovely sense at the beach that you're around real life kind of stuff. What do you get?
Like, and there is that subtle, like, saltiness. Like, sometimes we read, like, a pepper note is in there.
Yes.
It's almost like that's what's being used here. Is that just a little hint of a salty thing?
Now, it's funny. I don't really sense the cedar and patchouli, but I sense that we're standing on a stage somehow. So these are the boards that are supporting the rest of this opera.
And then we finish that off with white musk. And that's just the gentle clean on the way out the door. Like the clean laundry kind of a clean.
And I do get that. If you ever walked by a Bath and Body Works in the 80s and they used to have those little decanters out front, you could smell the white musk. That one was always empty. The rest were always full. Why? Because it was such a beautiful and ubiquitous scent in the 80s and 90s, and I love sensing it here. Sometimes when things dry down or like wear off, the white musk is what's left to say goodbye at the end of the day. And y'all, as long as we can't really sense these bass notes, why don't we go down and have a deeper look?
That's funny. I feel like malls aren't as much of a thing anymore, but that was a big deal. You could almost smell the store before you could see any of the perfumeries.
Yeah, sometimes we watch our dead mall documentaries.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, they call them zombie malls because they're technically still open. Yeah. There's like 2 or 3 stores, and that's it. Y'all.
This lather is impressive.
Credit where credit is due. We build a lot of lathers here on the show, but this one.
It's impressive, y'all.
Y'all, look. This one is different. And this is a Badger knot.
This is their older branding where they used to use stickers as their side label.
Right.
But now they've got a full-on side label action.
So a bit of an upgrade here, folks.
Wow, this does smell more barbershop-y after smelling those. I would have thought some of the scent notes could overlap, but not much.
And look at how that is coating the inside of this copper bowl. And y'all, when we do watch our Sinatra Lennon, we love to see how that lather coats the face. Well, we don't do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. I have just got to put a little of this. Whoa.
Oh, that looks like a 3D poofy lather action.
Hold on.
Yeah?
Hold on.
Yeah?
Do this.
Okay.
This feels warmer than any lather I've put on my face before. Do you feel that?
Did you, use your copper bowl and heat it up?
I don't even have my palm up against it.
This lather is dense and fluffy.
Anti-menthol.
Yeah, really protective kind of a lather. This is their Julian base, it says on there.
I don't know if you can make smaller bubbles. This is awesome.
This is impressive. Oh, I got a badger here.
It's okay to pluck the gray ones, right? What do you think the 5 is referring to?
I still want to figure it out. You know, like how the Sterling ones, their titles, we find out later, and then we're like,
right.
Duh. I feel like it's going to be that.
But it's definitely not Coco Chanel number 5. We'll say that.
I was even like, can we measure up like a few together? Is the math going to equal 5?
Wow. I've often been considered a 5.
In the math world, is 5 known for being a certain type of number? Like, I know it's a prime number, but...
They were everybody's favorite times tables. I don't know. Mysteries and wonders. We might have to write to and find out.
Right? Maybe by the time we do the how it shaves, we'll have a better answer. But right now, that's all I got.
Y'all, the more my nose dives in to the more subtle nooks and crannies of this, the more it's finding worlds to discover. I normally don't find that much underneath the quieter notes.
Yeah.
But I'm finding lots of stuff in this.
I mean, it really is. They're writing up refreshing and clean,
right,
which is interesting because you can do that with different scent notes. But I like knowing that if this is the 11 version of if you just want to grab something that is fresh and clean, they are not steering you wrong.
Almost like a really luxurious jacket fresh back from the laundry. That's what this is giving me a sense of.
Maybe that's why you said best friend's house. Maybe that's what
you're
kind of getting.
It's that kind of thing. It's just sort of joy and nostalgia and safety kind of mixed into one.
Still comforting somehow. Like you just feel welcome wherever you're at.
Right. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just shave with 5 and head out to your favorite Christmas concert next December. Well, at the very end, they're going to start in on the most dreaded Christmas song of all time, the 12 Days of Christmas. It's too long, there's too many verses, and there's only one part that everybody knows. But when you get to 5 golden rings, you're going to get your own! So, head over to 11shaving.com where you'll find this and a ton of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with 5, and after spending some time with it, a beautiful, drier, sort of barbershop-y sense for me, almost bordering on Union from Moon Soaps. I might say they're cousins. And y'all, a fabulous base on this. I had a great shave. Comfortable, smooth, clean. I will be back. Welcome to Messages.
So for our April giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to First Line Shave.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to wesetYou@thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first May episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Can I just give a small shout out to this fabulous, effervescent barbershop that when we shot our first barbershop month at the beginning of our adventures, we didn't realize that so many soaps might use the same oils to make their barbershops. But this, a shining star in the middle of all of it, because this smelled so different and so new and so comforting. I love this barbershop.
Yeah, it's fun to actually think of that's our first one that we smelled from them. Then we went to Mid-Century, which was another different vibe, and now we've got 5. So we need to know what to get next. I know there was one that had like an Apollo thing on it that we were looking at.
And they have an Adventist one that I might want to look at. Who knows? Mysteries and wonders ahead, y'all.
Clearly, we will be back for more, so don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.